In the last two World Test Championship cycles, be it 2019-21 or 21-23, one team has been incredibly unlucky, you may say, to miss out on the finals, and that has been South Africa. South Africa have had success overseas as well as home on most occasions, but when it came to crucial key moments, they have slipped up in a big way. Now, in this 2023 to 2025 cycle, South Africa are gearing up for one more chance to be in the final, but one particular tournament actually is derailing their momentum heading into the World Test Championship final. This was the same tournament that scuppered their chances for almost scuppered their chances for ODI World Cup qualification last year, the SA20. The SA20 proved to be a big problem, and that is the reason why South Africa's series against Australia was cancelled, and that is the reason why they were almost on the cusp of not making it directly to the World Cup. Now, the SA20 is proving to be yet another obstacle for South Africa in the World Test Championship final quest this time, and that series regards New Zealand. Now remember, in this cycle of the 2023-2025 period, South Africa played two tests against India at home, but they will travel to New Zealand for two tests. Now, why are these two tests proving to be a major obstacle for? Because Cricket South Africa have made a plea to New Zealand Cricket to negotiate the dates. Remember, February 2024 is the period when South Africa will be touring New Zealand for two tests. But New Zealand Cricket are firm. They have said they are not open to negotiating dates for the two test series in February 2024. CSA were hoping to avoid the potential pitfalls of what happened last year. New Zealand Cricket, why are they pleading that they want to negotiate or change the dates? Because Cricket South Africa are hoping to avoid a player availability crunch because the SA20 will be going on side by side. Two tests in February would mean, this is the logistics, if they have to prepare for the two tests, they would have to arrive in New Zealand in January, which would mean most of the star players would be missing the SA20. Now, why is New Zealand Cricket adamant that they will not change or negotiate with the dates? Because New Zealand Cricket stated, these tests have been part of the FTP since it was announced 2 years ago. We have collaborated and agreed dates with Cricket South Africa, who have confirmed the tour, acknowledged the arrangements, and have been in receipt of the schedule for several weeks. Now, suddenly, why did Cricket South Africa want to wake up from their slumber and say, oh, we just want to negotiate the tour dates? Because remember, this calendar that New Zealand have prepared, recently a couple of days back, they announced the calendar in which Australia would be touring New Zealand after 8 years. 8 long years later, they'll be playing two tests in March. Now, there is no more room for negotiation or no more room for adjustments, because South Africa, the main reason is SA20 in January and February. But Australia will have to finish their tour before March. Why? IPL. The IPL in 2024 begins much earlier, and also it will expand much later also, because 90 plus matches are expected to be played in the 2024 IPL. So, before March, mid-March, Australia will have to finish their tour. So, where is the window? South Africa, they have said that they could field a makeshift or a B team for the two tests that will be played in New Zealand. And that has really worried Cricket South Africa. But it is a problem that they themselves have bought it on, because couple of months back, Cricket South Africa has guaranteed SA20 first rights to the players over the January window. So, they have said club is first, country can be later. Yes, on paper, South Africa's cricketers will have to put nation and club at equal importance. But Cricket South Africa themselves guaranteed that SA20 first right player to the players over the January window. The players will be obliged to play for their franchisees rather than the national team. This is a clear-cut ultimatum that Cricket South Africa themselves have issued. Now, they are trying to balance out, oh, maybe country is important. No, club is important. They are caught in a catch-22. So, what this means? Cricket South Africa are concerned over the quality of squad they will send for the New Zealand 2 tests. Now remember, any loss that they have in New Zealand, remember, South Africa have never lost a test series either in New Zealand or against New Zealand. Now if they lose this, serious chances that their qualification for the final of the WTC in 2025 at Lords is in jeopardy. Of course, unlike the 3 ODIs that they cancelled against Australia in January, they are not going to do any such thing. They have shown no signs of it so far. But if they do it, it once again means that SA20 is important for South Africa. Maybe bilateral tours, bilateral WTC commitments are not at all important for them. It hurt them really badly. It almost hurt them really badly in 2022 when, because of the 3 ODIs that were cancelled, they could not almost make it to the World Cup. Here, yet again, history is repeating. So, for the South African players, can there be a compromise solution? Because the window is absolutely tight in New Zealand. No further dates are there. Remember, Bangladesh are also touring, Pakistan are also touring, South Africa, and if you may look at it, Australia are touring for tests. There is really no window inside. One hopes that South Africa sort this out, because remember, South Africa will want to make it to the World Test Championship Final in Lords in 2025. But if they lose to New Zealand, there might be a serious jeopardy for their chances. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.